Okay. I think we should be live. We're gonna just try it like this again. And see if this will not work. I think I just had my video thing set a little too high. Oops. But hopefully this works now. Let's see. As everything is refreshing here. Yada yada yada. Let's look. Am I getting any error messages now? Let's take a look here. Hopefully not. I can't see chat right now, so if anybody's saying anything, I can't hear you at the moment. Or I'll hear, I can't see you at the moment. So if you give me just 1 second. Let's look. What is it saying? Okay, it's saying good connection. It's saying it's working. And Joshua, Dear Slayer, welcome in. Does it sound good? Can you hear me? Can you see the mouse moving on the screen now? As it hopefully should. While... Okay, there we go. Start that there. Boom, boom, boom. Put all that in there. And, okay, I guess I'm going to restart this whole explanation. So, we are going to be going from completely new account. 0. We're going to hit this button here in a second. You know what we're going to do? Actually, we'll do that in a second. Starting a completely new one. We are then going to pretty much just be doing Great One grinding. Nothing else except for Great One grinding. With one exception, we are going to very quickly do the very first lake mission. Just because... what's it called? It gives us a very quick... intro. And gives us that like first little hunting score, which is what we're going to be needing. So hopefully... we can hit that first shot, otherwise this would be embarrassing. I have actually not played Caldwell in a couple of weeks now, but I'm hoping that this is going to, you know, add a different flair, I guess, to the whole thing. But give me 1 second, I'm struggling with one thing here. Okay, there we go, got that. We're gonna get started in just a second. Sorry, we are just finishing up some of the stuff I usually do when it says stream starting, but I kind of didn't want to start all of that all over again, so we're just gonna do that like yay in the background here very quickly. And I think that should be everything. I hope. Okay, with that being said, I hope I explained it very well, but we are gonna get starting. We're gonna start with fallow deer just because I think it's gonna be the best one to start off with the bad scope, and it's gonna give us a decent bit of cash. So, you know, and we're gonna be going with a Remy Warren here, just because I kind of like the skin. Let me quickly look. How am I? This will be fun. Oh, I know this is going to be fun, but that being said, one thing is going to be done, and one thing has to be done, and that is hitting the start game button. Now, you all know we started this game. The beginning is very tough, so this is going to be very, very, very tough to start off with. I am probably going to be raging a little bit, but that is okay. Just because I don't like these early scopes. And don't worry why you don't hear them. I have that turned off just because... oh, did I say pheasant? Sorry, my bad. I meant to say fallow deer. We're going to start with the fallow deer, like the thumbnail, on Te Awaroa in a second. But I want to do this first mission here just because, again, it gives us this hunting score, which we're ultimately going to need to unlock the Hyperion scope. Once we get the Hyperion scope, we are going to be set. And yes, for anybody wondering, I am going to be using DLC weapons just because otherwise this is going to take like forever. And okay, I forget, I can't set up everything here. Where is my rifle? Which one is the rifle? This is the right. Nope, that's the pistol. Where do they have? Oh, please tell me I have all the settings on here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, there should be a deer right there. Boom. That should be a good call. Perfect. Now let me quickly... Ooh, we have challenges. Let's take a quick look. We will take that. We are going to need all the cash we can. Pass the harvest check. Oh, not turkeys. No. Te Awaroa National Park. Photograph 5 wildlife. We can do that. Not going to do that one. I don't know what bovets are. Anybody know what a bovet is? Okay, I guess. Oh, I have a ring-necked pheasant. Okay, we can't do that one. And then let's look at a weekly one. Foxes, grouse. Okay, none of these. We might do one of these just for the... Actually, no, we're not. I already set the rules. But let's go track this thing down. And I think I have missions turned off, which is why we're not getting anything. Yes, you have the mission system off. Okay, there we go. I'm just doing this just so we can get that initial cast. Good luck. No, I didn't. Okay, I was about to say I thought I didn't, but you know, never be too sure. And I can already see the deer back there. Perfect. I love that this actually keeps my settings throughout. Look, looks like, is K still laying down? Yes, it is. Okay. For anybody that doesn't know, I have a very weird setup in terms of my controls. K for me is all the way to go prone. Don't ask me why I have that. I do, and I'm gonna rock with it. We're gonna keep it like that. But here we go. Past that first harvest check. Look at that. Single lung hit right there. And how much cash? 534. Okay, unsaved harvest. Pay save. Okay, cool. A little bit of cash. How does that do us with the mission? Oh, snap. Is that not... Oh, boy. Is this on our mate? Okay, we might just... Okay, I don't know. I'm going to take that out. Anyways, let's do it like this. Mission log. Shoot an animal. Okay, so we are going to have to shoot something else. I thought I was going to be able to do this very quickly. Okay, we are actually going to shoot a turkey, I guess. We are pretty much just going to shoot whatever we can. My animal count, I guess, won't be 100%. But one other thing I wanted to say about this account, what we're going to be doing is I will not spend a single minute off stream on this account, besides the time obviously that I'm idling and getting things going. But other than that, we are going to be 100% only being on this account live. We're not going to be doing anything else. So literally every kill, every tent, everything I set up, it's all going to be strictly live, so that we can, at the end, kind of see the hour count of how much time we ended up spending on this great one, actually. Because that's the main reason I was curious about. And why we're doing this is I wanted to fully see how long it would take for us to actually achieve this goal. And I know I probably shouldn't be running around like a maniac here. Just sprinting and sprinting and sprinting just because it's generally not the smartest thing to do. Okay, I hear something around us. Question is, what is it? And if it's a turkey, can I shoot it? If we don't see anything in the next like 20, 30 seconds or get any calls, I think we are just going to move on from this. Just so that we don't get stuck just trying to find a deer on Leighton Lake or anything on Leighton Lake. It was kind of my mistake. I should have probably checked if I had missions turned off, but I forgot that I did not have that on. Well, there's something right there, isn't there? Yeah, there is. I think those are rabbits. Don't know if I hit it, and I definitely did not. Okay, we have something here though. Just the only reason why I want to do this, like I said, it's just for that quick early mission. You generally get a decent bit of cash for them. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this, just so that we had a little bit of a ground base before we start doing all this. But I guess I did miss that fox. I am just going to very quickly make sure we did. And yes, we did. Okay. That being said, we're going to very quickly just claim this outpost and tower, get our stuff set up, and then we'll head over on Te Awaroa and see how things are going. Where have I been? I've been in college, doing university, prepping all my things. But the rest of my semester now should be looking relatively light, which is kind of why I wanted to start this challenge. And I figured I might as well stream it to do it, because you guys are probably intrigued and people are always wondering, how do you set up the grind, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, we're just going to document every second of the grind to see what we're going to do, how we're going to set it up, and how everything's going to go. But how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. I hope things are going well, and 2025 so far has been a good start rather than a bad one. Now, another reason why we're going up here is just so that we can level, so that we can get all the lovely skill points, which I believe we should get after either claiming this or claiming the house. And I know we have the text on. I have him actually speaking turned off just because, I don't know, it always feels weird having them just talk over me while I'm streaming. And then I always forget when I should start talking, when I cannot talk, blah, 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 all that stuff. So that's why they're just on silent. But for anybody that wants to actually read it, they can read the little subtitles on the bottom. They should generally stay long enough. But what do you guys think? Should I go with fallow deer, or should we try and go for whitetail deer on Leighton Lake? It would be a lot slower, but with Te Awaroa getting, I think, the tar next week, we might want to set that up in the future. So I don't know. I am heavily leaning to just doing fallow deer, just because they're a heck of a lot easier to set up, first of all, to begin with, and to get started with when you don't have a lot of cash, just because a lot of the houses are actually close enough to where you can run to all the places. But then again, I'm pretty much open to any suggestion, and to do every animal except for foxes or black bear, just because those are the starting animal. Tough, very tough, very, very, very tough. It's also been a while, so in a second, when we actually do get skill points and all that good stuff, we are gonna have to check and see which ones we even want to use to start off with, and which ones are going to be the smartest for getting our grind set up. But now that we have this outpost, first things first. First things first, all of this is gonna go away. Okay, we're gonna keep that. We don't really need any of these. Portable structures. Okay, we're only going to be able to carry one at a time, but that is perfectly fine. Now, in terms of store, let's go in here. Old man Rob, how are you? How are you? Last night, oh yes, whoever didn't see that, check out the live stream on Nate, Crow, I believe Caitlin, like a bunch of people streamed last night. I can't even list all of them right now, but check that out because what's it called? Cause that was I lost my train of thought there. I was like, what am I doing right now? But that was absolutely fun. Like, again, Rum, I am so sorry for how you got caught that first round I played, but you did that right in front of me. Like, you were just right there. There was nothing I could do. But that was a lot of fun, and I hope we do that again sometime soon, because that was absolutely incredible. Okay, now I am gonna need something with a little of power. We are gonna take that, and we're gonna want something with a little bit more power. Actually, do we need anything? We don't. We are gonna need. We might actually take the 243 again with us. 22 LR. I need these ones right here. Oh wait, did I get the right one? I did not. Damn. Okay, I just wasted $200. Oh, I don't have. That was a big mistake. That was a huge. I am so used to not having to worry about my cash. Okay, this is gonna be bad. Okay, we're gonna need the M1. Oh, we can't even take another gun. Oh my. Okay, 10 sit's gonna be for now. I forget. I have all these other things on my actual account that is making this a little embarrassing. Okay, I guess this is all we're going to be able to rock for us right now. So M1's going to go there. Binoculars are going to go there. The 243 is going to go there. That's going to go there. Boom, boom, boom. Sights. Sweet. And then let's put the ammo in. There we go. Okay. Now I guess we're going to go over to a good old Te Awaroa and get that started. Here we go. Let's see if we can't get some cash from there. All good. As soon as I see you, I was like, yeah. But it was just funny. I did, you know, like I said, you almost got away with it. I almost didn't see who actually physically was there. I was like, wait, who just was there? And then I saw you pop into the vent, and I saw the orange, and I was like, oh, that's rum. That is rum. Obviously, I only knew that once we got into the lobby because I had no idea who was orange. But that was so much fun. I hope we do that soon again. Okay. Since we are not actually listening to her talk, we're just gonna hit skip. And okay, I think I know where I have to run from here to grab that first house. It should be, oh, I ran the wrong way. I have to go up this way. Okay. Restarts can be frustrating if not done in a while. Oh, yeah. This is, I think, my 7th overall time now that I'm restarting this game. But the last one I did was about 3 years ago, I want to say, at this point. So it's been a while, let me tell you. It has been a while. But I think it's worth it. I think it is going to be worth it for what I want to try and do. And I think it's going to add a very fun challenge and some spice to the game. Oh boy, what do I have to do there? Okay, whatever's there, we're going to go there in a second with an ATV. Because we're going to unlock some things first. So again, this first part of the stream is going to be a little bit boring. But we got to get the boring stuff out of the way before we can start the grind. Just because we have to get the basics starting. We have to get some cash going. We have to get some rifle... What are they called? Codex, Hunter, Profile Code. Yeah, we have to get our rifle score up. Yeah, our rifle score, we have to get that up. We're currently at 47. We have to be at 951, I believe, to be able to unlock the Hyperion scope. And then we're also going to want to obviously unlock the stronger bullet types, the stronger 243 ammo, all that stuff. And obviously we also want to level up so that we can get our skill points, our perk points, all of that stuff, so that we can start leveling up and getting our account to where things are going to be a lot more seamless and we can actually properly start what most of us consider to be a grind. Essentially all that means is that we're going to make less noise, we're going to be able to carry more things, we're going to be able to shoot more bullets, faster and that stuff. So let's go grab one of these and let's see what. Wait, okay, I guess that's one control that didn't carry over. Usually I have that on E. But we're gonna unlock these first few things. Are you doing no DLC? No, we are gonna be doing DLC. The only constraint I'm gonna put on myself is we are not gonna be doing what I would usually do, where I would just shoot everything with the 300 except for the trophy animals. That's the only constraint I'm gonna do until we have like enough cash to where we don't have to worry about that. But that does mean that we're gonna have to make at least probably 600k before we can start doing that, just because the whole setup is going to cost us 512. We're going to have to spend probably another 90 to 100 grand in ammo throughout the entire process. So I want to say we're probably going to end up somewhere in that 600,000 range before we can start, you know, wasting some ammo and wasting money on that ammunition just to make the grind quicker. But at first, I want to make sure we're getting tents down, we're getting tripods down, and we have enough money to where we can buy ammo in excess and have some extra things on reserve, just to be 100% sure of that. The reason I'm not doing no DLC is just because this would be a painful start. Like, before we even get anything set up, we would probably be spending anywhere from 3 to 4 hours just trying to get that 243 to work nicely. That is a very good point, Rum. And I guess that is the other constraint. It's a good thing that you said that. For anyone that doesn't know this is one of the greatest things when you start the mission. You just see this big movie set character standing right there. I know I could get that, but I don't want to do that just because I think that's a little overpowered to start off with, and not everybody has that. Most people, though, I feel like get the game with at least one weapon pack to where they're going to get something for free at the beginning. But that is a very good point. So for anybody that doesn't know, if you have that weapon pack, you could just go in here, in here, and you could just get yourself all the other scopes. Oh, I guess they're all up here. See, like, you get yourself the Odin for free, and it would give you a great advantage. Like, you can see absolutely, it's probably the best scope in the game. But I want to first make sure that we get this Hyperion scope here. Ooh, they put it down. It's 550 now. Am I missing something? Where's 243? No, see, that's only 50. Okay, so they brought it down because it used to be 951 rifle score to be able to unlock the Hyperion scope. Interesting. Okay. I guess they brought this one up at 2500, but even then, once you have that Hyperion scope, you're honestly set in this game. Like, there's not much that you have to do other than that. But yeah, I had completely forgotten about that, to be quite frankly honest with you. And just to get the cash, let's quickly fast travel up here. Like I said, this beginning is going to be a little bit slow. It's a little bit not as hectic as a normal grind, but, you know, the basics have to be set. If you build a house, you have to build a foundation. And we're going to build a very strong foundation so that hopefully the rest of this grind is going to go, I don't want to say swimmingly, but, you know, go at least in a productive manner. Now, we do have one thing in here that I want to make sure that this actually is true. Yes, okay, so everything here is accurate. We have a single... Wait, where's harvests? Oh, okay, so I guess that first one doesn't actually count. Okay, that's good things to know. Because otherwise I was going to say we're going to have to take that off at the end. So we did shoot that first year, but it technically didn't count as a harvest. So that is going to stay at 0. And throughout this grind, we can then pretty much just track all our stats, seeing how many diamonds we're going to get, how many golds, and all of that. Which, you know, it's going to be interesting. So we can actually see this is how many we killed. This is how much it took. And this is what we did on the way. And look at that. First level up, and I think that gets us our first skill point. Or does it give us a perk? Kind of hope it gives us a skill point first. Yes, it does. Okay. So I want to, this is going to be what I really want to be able to do, is I want to be able to look through my site, which is why we're going to be doing all of this first. I don't worry too much about tracking. Worst case scenario, we could always use the dog as well. But again, I kind of want to stick away from that just because a lot of new players, if any of them are going to watch this, are not necessarily going to have the dog DLC. It's not going to be the first thing that I would have gotten. I would have gotten a weapon pack first, like I said. And now my issue is, when do fallow deer drink? I believe it's from 10, right? I want to say fallow deer start drinking at 10 to 1. Let me check real quick. See, this is bad that I don't know this. Let me quickly go into the document that has all of that. Did I get cash for that, by the way? Yes, I did. Okay, sweet. Yes, here we go. Aaron has got it. Okay, why do I... where do I find zone times? Here we go. Okay, fallow deer drink at... Oh, at 9. Okay, so... I guess we'll speed up the time by an hour. So they start drinking from 9 to 12. I always thought it was 10, but... I stand to be corrected. Alright, let's make it 1 hour ahead. Hopefully that didn't break the bank. I should have probably checked, but I think it should be 250. Okay. We are fine. And we are going to take some M1 ammo just because we have the cash now. I can splurge a little bit. And we are going to get M1. What is that? Snap. I really should have checked. See, I haven't done this in so long. I completely forget. Okay, I thought it was 30.06. We are going to buy the polymer tip bullets. Just because so much better. Just penetration is better. Everything about them is just a lot easier and a lot better for hunting fallow deer. Alright, let's get started. We're not going to have a rangefinder or anything. We don't really have anything crazy going on, so let's see how this goes. What is everybody's prediction, by the way, for when we are going to be getting our first great one, our first level 5? Like, we literally could spot a level 5 off the drop. Like, could be our first animal we see. Could be level 5. Probably not going to happen, but it could happen. But I think we're going to get the first great one around 950. Actually, no, I'll be optimistic. I mean, I'll say around 600 mark. That's gonna be my prediction. I think we are gonna reach something around the 600 mark. Now after that, I believe that should be the next house. So we're gonna grab that, and then we're gonna head along this way, check out this lake, and then we'll go walk this north route, just because I already know that that is gonna be most likely one of our best spots to go to. Just because every single time they've done pop resets with fallow deer, that is usually always a very good area. Like this right here and these two lakes up here are usually always a very good spot. So I want to make sure we get our first tent set up there, just so we can start, you know, running and getting those zones in and making sure we get, you know, cash and rifle scoring, so we can get to Hyperion scopes and all of that stuff relatively quickly. Oh boy, are we experiencing lag again? Oh boy. I feel like we shouldn't be lagging. But my internet is oh, that is a duck of some sort. It looks fine on my end. I hope it's coming through still fine, not horribly. But ultimately, you guys are really going to be the judge of that rather than me. And we're going to come out here. If we don't see any fallow deer over there, we're just going to start walking to the house just because I want to use as much of this time as we possibly can. And yes, we are going to crouch walk for 1 second. Just because I'm going to try something here. Okay. See if that maybe lessens the load of the internet being used. Because it's saying the internet is lagging just a little bit. I don't think so. Okay. Appreciate it, Ron. It was just telling me that there was something going wrong. But I know sometimes it says it's doing something wrong and then it really doesn't. So I just wanted to double check if this was just the YouTube telling me something or YouTube actually doing something. That's ooh, fallow deer fleeing. Okay, that's not good. Okay, we have some piggies in here, but we're not really interested in the pigs at the moment. Let me also make sure. Where do I get the quieter one? It's not the one that I want. Okay, so Stalker's gonna. Oh, okay, this is gonna be a while before I can sprint around like a madman. Ooh, some red deer. From when to when do you guys drink? 6 to 10. Okay. See, is this wrong? I feel like fallow deer drank from 10 to 1. That is personally what I always thought. Oh, but I was wrong. There's our first one. Oh boy. Oh yeah. I don't think I hit that shot, did I? I think the no zeroing is gonna take some getting used to. Nobody saw that. We definitely did not miss that shot. We 100% hit that deer on the run. That's what happened. I guess we did not. That is not too good. You know, luckily nobody saw that. Luckily that never happened. And that is going to be the story that we are all going to be sticking to. I did not miss that shot. Mr. Untermed, I hope I said that correctly. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How are we doing? Good to see you here. We are just starting on Te Awaroa. We have 0 kills at the moment. 0 shots. Oh, not that. There we go. 0 harvests, and we're starting with an accuracy of 25%. Nice. That is definitely how I want to start this. Not a great way to start, but that's okay. That is okay. It's not going to go horribly. It can only go up from here, you know? We hopefully won't get below. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Morning call, morning call, morning call. Where you guys at? It doesn't help that my wind is going right in your direction. Ooh, what's a 3? And that's a drop shot. Let's go. That should give us at least 50 or so. What do you call it? Rifle score. And I believe that he was a solo as well. So good thing that we found him in his feed zone, not in his drinking zone. Just gonna make it easier later on filing out those solos. And where's the rifle score? Exactly 50. Perfect. And 1100 cash. Okay, I don't want to see this message ever. Sweet. Okay. Means we can buy more ammo in a second. And start investing in some things. Starting fresh, I see. I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Yes, we are starting fresh. We are starting from 0. This is essentially going to become like a stats account, I guess. Like an account where we're just going to be going for the stats and seeing how long we're going to take to get certain things. And pretty much showing the whole process of grinding. So everything we're doing on this account will be streamed. I will not be doing anything off camera. So I'm not going to go around looking for zones. I'm not going to go around unlocking outposts off stream. We're doing everything on stream so you can see the entire process from start to finish. Just because I think, especially for players that want to get into grinding or are starting the game and wondering how all these things are set up. I know a lot of people stream it, but at this point, there's a lot of things that are just like, it's already been set up. So this is just going to be, if you're at level 0, this is how I would tackle it. This is how I would do it. This is how I would set up a grind. This is how I would pick zones. This is how I would go face all these challenges, blah, 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 blah. Just so that, you know, I can kind of show it and reference it back to people if they want to know, if they're curious. It's obviously going to be a lot of content, but ultimately, if somebody just wants to skip through being like, look, hey, this is at level so-and-so, this is where it's at. And I'll probably end up, once we're getting through this, like putting into a comment or something like that, just being like, hey, this is what happened in this video or in this stream, just to kind of summarize it up. Oh, what do we have here? Okay, another fallow deer. So they do rest until 6, so yeah, it wouldn't make sense if they start at 10, because then that's that 4-hour thing. All right, ooh, a little piggy. Now, one thing I will say, if we do see a rare or like a diamond or something, just as we roam around, we will shoot it, and I'll make a note of it. So our final harvest count isn't necessarily going to be our full fallow deer count. But it's going to be very close to what the actual amount is. My aim here is I don't really want to go out and like go for most other species most of the time, just because I really want to try and keep this as close as or as accurate at least as I can to that original stat of this is how long it took, this is what it took, this is the hours it took to do that, and all that stuff. Just because I think that could be helpful to watch and helpful to see, especially for newer players or for less experienced players. Plus, all the experienced players that are watching it are probably going to have a great old time seeing me struggle with not having my usual like skill points and perk points, scopes, and setups all done. I'm going to have to just pretty much restart everything and start with, well, a very struggling bank account, because currently we have $1,100 to our name, which in Call of the Wild is not a lot, considering that almost 10 ammo costs about 800 to 1,000 depending on what ammo type you're getting. So things do add up very quickly, and I know I'm here early with the lake. So we did just waste some time. I guess I should not always trust what I read online about drink zone times. Because, well, they start at 10 and not at 9. But I guess that does give us some time to unlock outposts, which I believe there should be one right there. And then we might as well just start heading towards the honey hole anyways, considering we're pretty much over halfway there at this point. And we can always revisit this. Like, this is like literally like a 2-minute walk away from the... Oh, actually, we'll go up there. Even better. Even better. We might find some fallow deer that are making their way down into the lake or over here to this pond. so we might shoot those on the way. I also will say, now that like the rifle score needed and all that stuff to get things is gone lower, I think it's going to be a lot easier to get the setup. And it's kind of making me debate if I should have done the DLC. What's it called? Start with the DLC, like M1 Grand and stuff like that, or if I should truly stick to just normal rifles until I unlock the higher tier ones. Just because, I mean, you're doing the same thing. Realistically, all that M1 changes is the length of time I really have to follow somebody. It's not like I can take longer shots with the M1 than I could with the 243. All it really does is just it means I don't have to track things for as long. So, no, we're sticking with it. I'm happy with that choice. Because otherwise, like I said, these streams would be like going on forever at the beginning without really much happening. I mean, not that they're going quickly right now, but that's the beginning of a hunting game, right? Like, we're not going to be getting 100 fallows straight off the bat. We're going to be getting like only a couple. And that's okay. That's the fun of the game. That's why you start the game like this, so that if you want to play like that, you can get like that at the end. But that's my opinion. Thank you, Rom. I figured it was 10 to 1. I should have trusted my gut, but I checked on the Google Sheets and it says 9 to 12 on there, which I think is an older time, not the new time. But we made it to the house. It is 10 o'clock now anyways, so, you know, not too much shame in that. You know, we got to see the map. And this one, I got to say, is one of my favorite looking maps. I just think Te Awaroa, especially when it's not raining, is just one of the most beautiful maps out there. Like, it really, truly is. I think they did a phenomenal job, especially with the rays that come through. Like, I would love to see this game with ray tracing. Oh, it would be incredible. It would be incredible. Just imagine the light rays shooting through. It would be a great sight to see. Let me tell you, that would look absolutely incredible. Incredible. Alright. Anyways, let's see. Do we have any early runners running along here? Now, another great spot is going to be this one down here. Anyone that knows, that's where I got my first great one fallow back in the day. Was down there in that zone. And you know, this part of the lake usually has quite a good amount of zones flying around it. So that is good. Welcome in, Lily. How are we doing? It's good to see you. Moderator present, yes. The blue wrench has shown up. Aye. No fallow deer here yet. This is tragic. This is absolutely tragic. Alright. The one thing I should have checked how much I need. I think I have to be level 32 to get the Grazero something binoculars. I forget what they're called. Like the Grazero, something with a G. Binoculars that are the rangefinder ones. Not the like rangefinder like top ones, but like these with more zoom and the rangefinding abilities in it. I need that. Because right now I could be looking back there, but obviously nothing's going to render in because it's like 500 meters away. Whereas if I... Oh. Wait. Okay, cool. It's not going to show up. Gen 0. Thank you, Rom. That's what it's called. Thank you, Lily. Thank you. Lily. Anyways, what called us back here? who gave us a mating call here. Might have also been a fleeing call, to be quite honest. But it really isn't surprising that nothing is here, considering this is our first time loading the map and the first time we're running this time, so things are going to be a little bit slower as things are trying to find their paths, trying to figure out where they want to go, figuring out how they get there, started in the other zone, they have their time to walk, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff is just essentially meaning that we're just going to have to take a little bit more patience and wait and see. I would assume that probably most of them are going to show up around 11-ish. That's going to be... what's it called? Probably the most the hardest part of this is going to be the patience at the beginning. The patience and the scope is going to be the hardest part. Just because this isn't like a worked in map where everything is going to like show up pretty much the second we change the time. We don't have the money to do that as well. There's obviously little tricks we could use to try and force them to get in, but I will refrain myself from like doing the main menuing, constant time changing stuff. Plus, it hasn't fully been proven that works, but I don't know. I always felt like that trick worked, where you just main menu, come back in, and everything pretty much is right at their zone. Like, as long as it's not within your little spawn radius thing. But let's go grab this house. So, okay, these ducks, I wish there's a way I could turn them off, because every single time I think, like, my game audio is very low in my headphones, so I don't necessarily hear the calls unless they're like right next to me. I only see it based off the indicator on screen. Just because otherwise the gun sounds would be like way too loud in my headphones. But the ducks get me every time, and I forget how the system like works now. I'm still not used to it, even though it's been like what, almost 2 years at this point. Okay, now while we wait as well, let me really see. I think I have to be level like 32 or 36 before I can be able to buy those binoculars, apex view binoculars. Oh, level 29. Okay, so that did get reduced. I need to be level 11 for these ones. It's the Gen 0 night ones. That's what they're called. Okay, these ones are called apex view. Okay, the apex views is going to be the next thing we want. We're going to want the Hyperion and then the apex view. But we'll see what we can unlock today. I don't really expect us to be doing incredible today and like knocking everything out of the park. Oh, that's a 4. Little on the run shot on him. And down he goes. Hey, I'm not doing too bad right now. Not too shabby in my eyes. I will take that any day. Let's see where we hit him. But it doesn't mean he is another solo zone. Okay, we at least single lunged him. I think this was more of a stomach liver hit. Yep, liver stomach hit on him. Not too bad. Almost 1,200 bucks. Another 50 weapon score. So if we get 11 of these, we are going to have what's it called? The Hyperion scope unlocked, and we should be able to do that. Now perks, we're gonna do sprint and reload as the first thing. I honestly snap, I should have done that first. Okay, well, we're gonna have to wait another 2 levels before we can do that. We should have probably done that so we could do follow-up shots. Oh. Okay. We technically shouldn't be doing these right now, but we really need the cash. And he looks like another solo zones, so we're gonna get rid of him as well. And more freaking ducks, I swear. One day we'll set up on here and we'll just do duck hunting. We might do that as a little celebration for when we get the great one. Nice antlers. Can you keep those? I would, but we're gonna wait for the 5s before we're gonna keep our first antlers. We'll wait until we have a nice little diamond sitting there. So let's look. I think I've hit every shot now, right? We should getting okay. 57% accuracy. We're getting there. We're getting back up there from 25. And nice little double lung hit. That's another almost 1100 cash. Another 50 weapon score. How much XP? Oh, I should get XP for that, no? 1800. How much do we need? We need 2800 XP for the next level. Okay, so another 1000 or so. I'm liking this coast so far, though. Males, 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 and males. Ultimately, very good sign. Oh, there's one guy right over there. Where did he go? There he is. Okay, we are not going to get him. He's running away there. Okay, that's a nice 4, though. Okay, we'll have to remember that we have a nice 4 sitting here. We might come back for him in a minute. Now, one of the issues that we currently have is we can't even see if it's a potential diamond or not. It's just because we, like, quite literally just can't see it because we don't have that unlocked, which is mainly why I want to do that. Get this skill tree of the ambusher first so we can get this and get all this information, because I think for the fallow deer we're going to be doing the 5 stacking again. I think I haven't fully decided yet just because that's kind of down the road a little bit, but I think we're going to do that just so that we can eliminate zones and have a little bit of a closer rotation with less tents, but we're not going to push it to the extreme. Mainly because I think that kind of defeats the purpose. Ooh. Oh wait, no, it was just weird trees. It looked like a fallow deer there. Like right there. I thought that was a deer just standing there. I was like, oh, could be one. But let's have a look what we have behind here. Let's have a look here. Oh, this right here is a great spot on my main account. I have a zone right here and a zone back there. And I have a tent at each. And oof, it's great. It's very nice. You got like 6 or 7 deer within just 2 zones. And we're going to attack this on a little bit of a higher angle, I think. Just because I think it's going to make more sense. And then we're going to go grab that outpost. But we want to see quickly what we have here, because I might just put a tent down here somewhere just so that we can travel to this area quicker, unless I want to save my tent for up there, which I might honestly want to do. Okay, let's see what kind of a zone we have here. If we have like big zone here. Okay, a 4 and a 4. Okay, again, nothing wild, nothing crazy. Ooh, okay. And that one back there, we're gonna let him roam a little, but oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough call. Very tough call. I will say, though, we have a lot of what seems to be solos around here. Don't know how I feel about that. Don't really know how I honestly feel about that. I kind of wish we had some zones around. Now, let's get this guy as well. Oh. Okay, let's let our heart rate calm down a little bit while we chase him. Well, not chase him, but get closer to him. And now I think we should be able to get off a nice shot there. Yep. Perfect. Take him down. Oh, and we're about to run out of bullets too. Only got 3 left. That's not good. That's not good. Not good at all. But another nice one. 1200 cash, 50 weapon score. Means we're gonna inch ever so closer. And we're getting decent XP from these guys as well. So I think Faladir is definitely the one to go for our first great one. I just think it makes the most sense for us. Like overall, this definitely makes the most amount of sense for us. And more birds above us. Okay, after this, we shall go grab the house that I think is up here somewhere. But I think we're gonna start putting our first tent down somewhere here. I just think it's gonna make the most amount of sense to have a tent here for a couple of reasons. But mainly just for the fact that we are going to be coming here probably quite a bit, and we have quite a bit of fallow around here. So we might as well set it up. And I see another great... Oh, snap. Are we outside of the map? There we go, okay. First tent here. Before I forget, let's take another one with us. And then let's go claim this little tower over here. And then we'll start moving on to the next thing. Because after that, we're going to have all of them should be in, and then we'll go right up there. Take that. That's going to give us more XP. Get us even closer to where we want to be. Where are we with this? Okay, 295. So we're pretty much halfway done at this point. That was quick. We're halfway done with getting to our Hyperion scope at this point. But we're still quite a few levels away from getting our first rangefinder capabilities. But not to worry, we'll get there soon. It won't be too much longer. Is anybody in chat here grinding for any great ones at the moment, or have you gotten the ones that you wanted to get? Because on the main account, I don't think I'm going to grind on there too much right now. I kind of want to stick more to this account. I feel like this is just a very fun challenge, and I kind of want to get into it. But eventually, I want to do another moose grind. I really do. I just don't know what map I'd want to do it on. I'd probably do it on Leighton, just because I've heard a lot of good things about it. I just feel like Te Awaroa is just too far spread apart. But I might... Ooh, actually, since I don't have my whitetail grind on... Dang. What's the map called? On Revontuli. I could actually do it on there as well, if I really wanted to. If I really wanted to give it a shot, I could do that. It could not be a bad idea, because there's a lot of moose there. It's very open. And I don't think they're quite as spread out as they are on Medved Taiga. But we shall see. Alright, now let's make our way over here. Let me just make sure I have a tent with me. Oh, I do. Okay, perfect. Perfect. If you have noticed, I always have a system for... I have my highest rifle, binoculars, second highest, lowest, and then on 6 is always my tent. That's generally how I always run my setup. I've just... creature of habit at this point. I've been doing it since the beginning. That's how I started playing when I went on PC. So 2 for me is always binocular, 1 is always my highest tier. Generally I have something like the 300 there, just so I can shoot bear and moose very quickly. 3 is generally the M1, or like anything that's like the 4 to 8 kind of range. 4 is usually always my 243, and then 5 is usually the 22 or some 1 and 2 class rifle there. High grading, so I never played with it until it was brought to me to do the community grinds I have been doing, which are super fun. We're only missing the tar and fox so far, but our first run through, very nice. I wish you the best of luck for the fox. I haven't done them yet, and I've heard mixed things about it. But if I was to do it, I would probably do it on on Emerald Coast, just because that whole coast has so many fox, and they're very good to shoot there. Plus, at least when I played, they didn't really run away from the crocs, so that was a big plus. But that's kind of what I would be doing if I was to go for them. But there might be a better strategy out there. I honestly don't know. I haven't looked into it too much, but that sounds fun. And Tar coming on Te Awaroa, right? I think they mentioned that, or am I just making that up in my head right now? Matthew, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you've missed it, we're playing on a brand new account, completely from start, and we are trying to get ourselves a fallow deer great one. And that's pretty much all we're going to be hunting. If we find a rare or a diamond of another species as we're running through the map, we will of course shoot that, but I'm not going to be going out of my way to hunt anything else. And everything we do on this save is going to be streamed in one way or another. Ooh. I swear, is it just me, or are we finding no females? Like, we've just found male after male after male after male. Nothing else. Damn. I was kind of hoping that we'd have proper zones here. This is going to make the grind very interesting now. This is going to make this grind very interesting. Now, I know I probably could get away with running here usually, but since I don't have my soft steps skill unlocked, we are going to be creeping through the forest here. But I think I should be fine to take this shot. There we go. Yeah, he's dropped. Sweet. Perfect. Damn, there's no fallow here. Wow. I don't know where the females are. Has there been a change made to the females? Nope. Okay. Y'all know, actually, I don't know. One of my favorite sayings. Sometimes all you have to do is complain. And he is going to go down. Is he going to float to me? He probably will. Oh, I think I hit him. I think I hit him with the last bullet. We're going to have to wait and see, I guess. I feel like I hit him, but I honestly don't know. I have zero clue, but we are going to find out very soon. Actually, we're going to be doing a lot of shooting around. Let's look. He is still alive and running fine. Okay, I don't think we hit him then. We'll check the blood in a second, but I don't think we hit him. I'd be surprised if we... Oh, we need my ammo. I'd be very surprised if we actually hit him, as a matter of fact. It's kind of a rush shot, but, you know, anything to get some extra cash and some extra XP is always going to be in my, like, aims. And we're going to spend a little bit on this. Nope. Ammo, 30-06. And now we're going to do our best not to try and run out of bullets again, because I don't want to keep switching that in. Alright, let's look. Okay, they're already coming back. I like this. We'll get him. We'll get him this time. That should be relatively simple. Okay, more of them back there. Okay. So as I was kind of hoping, quite a bit of fallow deer around here. And No, we're gonna reload here first, I guess. And after these two deer, I'm kind of hoping... Okay. Now we literally cannot shoot anything else. Boom, boom, boom. Where's the XP? 228. Oh, okay. Literally gotta pick up this deer for the 14 XP. Where on the map are they? You know what? We're still very early into this. I'm not 100% set on these zones. So I guess we might as well take him out as well. If that does end up giving us hunting pressure, oh well. But, oh, this M1. I forget how much fun this thing is. Literally just... We're using the crappiest scope there is, and we're still getting decent long shots going here. Boom, level up, skill. Ambusher. Boom, get one. What do we get now? About how aware the animals. Okay. Does not help us too much right now. But that's okay. Okay, nothing crazy in the mallard department. Ooh, big zone right there. I like the look of that. Wait, what's that front one? Okay, that's a tiny 3. Can I shoot him back there? Ooh, yes, I should be able to, right? You know what? We're going to get a little closer. We're going to get a little bit closer. I don't feel 100% confident in shooting from that far away. I really don't. But let's look. Ooh, a nice little 4 back there. Okay, we've got a nice number of deer around here. We're gonna have a little bit of a shoot fest here. All right. Let's see. I was a little bit... Oh. Okay, that was quite a bit of bullet drop there. We're going to get a little bit closer. See, and this is where you'd want that Hyperion scope. For stuff like this. And I think I just shot a female by accident. That is another thing you don't really want to do. But you live and you learn. And you're going to make mistakes. So that'll happen. There's not much we can really do about that. But I'm happy that at least now we're starting to see a couple more zones pop up around here. Now, we have a little bit of an important decision to make in a second. And that is if we want to place a tent in the middle here, which I currently am very intrigued to do. To be perfectly honest with you. Mainly because I know this is going to be one of those central hubs that we're going to want to go to. And another reason why we're going to be setting up our first tripod stand somewhere around here. Perfect. And now we're going to do this one more time. Pick up our next tent. And we're already down to our last 2. It goes quickly. It goes very, very quickly, sadly. Very, very, very sadly. But we're making progress. Look at that. Where are we sitting in terms of our points? Okay. Nope, not there. 445, so we should be at 495 with this one. So yeah, pretty much after these 2, we should be able to have the Hyperion scope unlocked. And then all we're going to need is the cash. which we should be able to get that relatively quickly. That really should not be the biggest issue here. And if it is, then we have a little bit of a different issue to start with. Oi. See, that is why you take your time. That is why you take your time. That was not a smart decision on my end. That quite literally was not the smartest decision I could have made. Definitely not. Definitely not. But we could get a redemption shot here in a second. Oh, it's just more ducks. More ducks. Hey. Also, I think next time we're gonna put on a FaceTime again. A face cam again. I don't know. I feel like it makes the streams a lot more fun. This was kind of a pinch of the moment decision. I'd been playing around with doing this stream for a while. I just hadn't quite figured out when I was going to do it, and today I was in the mood for it. So I was like, all right, let's do it. But I just did not feel like the background was right to stream, nor did I think that what's it called? I had like anything set up for lighting, so the lighting would have looked awful, which is why we have no face cam today. But we will have it again, hopefully in the next stream. Plus, I just think it adds to it. I think it just makes things a lot nicer. I don't see where that female's track leads, though. I don't see anything around here. Did we miss her by any shot? I kind of wish I had checked awning pressure earlier so we could have known. Oh wait, no, there's something here. Okay, very low, so this is not going to get us that full 50 that we need. But that's okay, because we just have to pick it up. We really just want the XP from this one. I don't think even if with full checks we would have gotten the full 50 for this. At least I don't think we would have. But we'll see in a second. If we're very far off, then 50 was not going to be the limit that we could have reached anyways. It probably would have been capped at like 35. Because I think the cap you can get in general is 62.5. And yeah, so I think in the 30s or low 40s is probably where these where the females are capped for those kinds of scores. Because if you shoot like a bear or a predator, you get up to 62.5 rifle score, I believe. At least that used to be the case. I don't know if that is still the case today. I know for lions and black bears, I know that was the case. But I assume that will go for most predators that are ranged within that 7 to 9 weapon class range. But like I said, you guys could see there is a lot of fallow deer around here. And we're going to be doing quite a bit with them. Because this lake is just... it's like printing cash here and XP. So we are definitely going to be back. And with that, we should have the Hyperion unlocked, I believe. At least I think we should. Okay, now the next place we'll want to go to is up here. I don't know if there's actual fallow deer down here. But we're actually going to, you know what, we'll start going there. Make that our first spot. That's where we're going to run to. Let's see. But Matthew, if you're still in here, any specific great ones you like? Anything, any predictions for how many kills we're going to need before we get the first great one or before we get the first level 5 to spawn in. Unless, of course, we just come upon a level 5 just while we're checking zones. I mean, that could be a prediction as well. I'm just curious. This also goes for everybody else in chat. If they want to make a prediction, I'm genuinely curious what people think. I think we're going to get our first 5 before we reach 60 kills. And like I said, I think the first great one we're going to see at around 650, 700 kills. I think fallow isn't going to take us too long. But you never know. I should knock on wood here, because I think we all know that these grinds can take a lot longer. Some people have gotten them within 100. Some people have gotten them in more than 3,000. So we might be in here for a short run. We might be here in a long run. One of my best friends, Jamie, we did one with him, and we literally got him a great one fallow deer within, I believe it was 4 hours of playing or 5 hours of playing. Of course, the two of us setting it up. Actually, no, it was in 3 hours, because we set up the map, and then we did a couple runs, and then he literally showed up. So they can go very quickly, and they can go very long. So, you know, it all depends. Tony from DoorDash, how are we doing, brother? It has been a while. I hope you're doing well. I hope... Ooh, it's a 7. I hope things are going well for you. We haven't spoken in a while. That is very true, and I miss you too, Tony. I hope to catch you in a VC soon. And we can also maybe get in a few rounds of Tarkov sometime soon again. I haven't played in a while. Like, in a while. The last time I played was, I think, with you and Crow. Like, it's been... I haven't played in 2025 yet. Last time must have been, like, before Christmas, around Christmas time. I think, right? Is that when we last played? Not that I expect you to remember exactly when we played, but maybe you were like, yeah, it was around Christmas, maybe it was around Thanksgiving. But how have you been, Tony? I hope you're doing well. So every time I hear this song, I always think the I is gonna show up at one point. I'm down. The snow is gone from Tarkov, so my PC can run it better again. I am extremely lost in what you're saying, Tony. I think I think the message of that is that you can run Tarkov better now, but I'm down the snow. Oh, are you saying the snow in the game is no longer present, so you now can get better FPS on it? Well, yeah, I know we played zombies together. Played zombies together. I'm already jumbling up my sentence. Yes, we did play zombies together. That is very correct. But yeah, no, Tarkov must have been in like September then. Because yeah, you're right. We played zombies the last time, and that was like middle of November, I want to say. Middle to end of November is when we played that. Damn. It has been a very long time since I've played Tarkov then. I've recently just gotten back into playing some Siege. And I've been enjoying that game a lot. Like, a lot. Ooh, we got a zone back here. Multiple males as well. Great sign. That's what I like to see. Alright, let's look through our little butchered scope. Can we see far enough? We're aiming high, I know, but that is for a purpose. Because obviously we're ranged. I think without the zeroing perk, I think we're ranged for either 150 meters or 100 meters. and that was obviously a lot more than 100 meters. So we'd have to aim higher, and yes, see, we got him. No problem. And we should have the Hyperion unlocked now, right? I think we just need to get the cash for it. Yes, we got 617. Tony, did you know that they lowered that from 951 to 550 now to unlock the Hyperion scope? So you need about like 60% of what you used to have to own for the rifle score. Well, it's not quite 60%, but give or take around that. I'm actually curious what it is now. Just the chemist in me wanting to know. That's 550 over 951. Okay, I was close. 57.8. That was close. I was within 3%. I'll take that. J Biz Hans, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. We are getting in the swing of things here with the new account. We're still low level, but we've pretty much just unlocked the Hyperion scope. Now we just need enough cash to be able to purchase it. But how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Alright, let's look. Okay, more red deer. Kind of makes sense. This is more of a red deer heavy lake. But you will find the occasional fallow around. They used to, when this map came up, they used to be heavy around these two lakes. Like, these 4 lakes up here used to be like probably 50% of your fallow deer, I think. Like, at least that's what it felt like. It probably wasn't 50%, but that's what it felt like. It was like all your fallow deers were up in this area. Now they're kind of spread out a little bit more, which is very nice, and they're kind of more on the coast as well. So it makes it a little bit more challenging for finding all your zones quickly. But yeah, look, only got 1 zone around here, unless some of them already left early, which I think could happen. I don't know about score to unlock stuff, to be honest. I just grind until I get it. I see. I think I've just started playing this game, or like restarted this game too many times to where I've memorized most of these things. And I always remember 951 was the one thing that like I can like 100% remember having to get there. And I always just thought it was such a long time because like you'd easily get the cash before you'd get that. Your low level on your PC account. How are you liking it on PC so far? I assume that you've come from console prior then. Are you enjoying it more on PC? Are you struggling with the controls, or how are you getting along with that? Because I remember the first time I joined on PC, I can't lie, I was struggling a little bit. I was having a difficult time with the aiming, but that's because I was literally just getting new into PC gaming. This was literally the first game I really played on PC. Besides having played CS in the way back before, but again, you don't really aim in CS with a scope. You kind of hip fire, so that's very different. But yeah, I also want to soon try and do a controller, like play a controller on PC again, because it has been a while since I've done that. And I haven't played Call of the Wild on console in like forever. But, you know, I think it'd be fun to see how I compare playing with a controller versus keyboard and mouse now. Xbox, it's still my main account. I use controller. I do PC only because I'm a partner for EW. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, I know they have a lot of new partners now than what used to be there. But I know there's a lot of new people. And some cool things coming out next week with the new rifle pack. Obviously, I know you can't say anything. But I'm excited. I'm excited also about the TAR coming on here. Very, very, very excited about that. And I'll be curious to see where they're going to be. If they're going to be more in like chamois territories, or if we're going to find them maybe down here as well. I personally would love to hunt for them. Not there, where is it? love to hunt for them like around this area. I feel like that would be a good area to go hunt for them. Oh yeah, I know JBiz hunts. I used to be an EW partnered creator, but since I kind of went on the down low, didn't really do much. I also stepped away and did not end up qualifying for the next steps anymore. But it's a great bunch of people. I know I made a lot of friends from there, and such a great community. Honestly, like one of the best ones for sure. And just the support you get, all of that, and just incredible. Plus, it's a lot of fun, you know. It's kind of a little swagger as well, being like, hey, I'm a partnered creator. Like, it's a cool rhyme. It's a very cool rhyme, and definitely an achievement to have. Definitely a very cool achievement to have. That they're playing right now, very nice. I can't wait to see the content this weekend coming out for it. All the EAA live streams and such. The thrill of that. I always remember that. Counting the hours, counting the minutes, then being like, oh, upload times in 5 minutes or upload times in 10 minutes. All of that just used to be very fun. And I wish you all the best for it. I think it's going to be very cool. Especially weapon packs are always interesting because you can just do so much with it and the content's not going to be all the same. So you can do some very creative things with that. All right, no fallow day here. We're kind of running out of time though as well. I kind of want to run this lake again and this part and then definitely come up here. You know what? We're going to do that. We're going to go back here, reset time, and then run around. Still a lot of the OGs like Crow, Lady, and Flinter. Oh yeah, I know. There's quite a few of them in there. I don't exactly know who's in there, but I know pretty much most of them are back in there except for a few. But no, it's a very fun group of people. Very fun. Okay, do I need anything else? I think we'll find. All right, let's go fast travel and let's go see. 24th Monday. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then Tuesday the update comes out, right? I think the 25th I remember was when update was coming out for something. If I remember right. I quite honestly might just be like 100% wrong, but okay, we've got fallow day here. Very close to the hut. Not necessarily a bad thing though. Where did that other thing go that we could just spot? I don't know. Guess it went away. All right, let's go check the rest of this lake. I'm also very intrigued to see what's going to be coming with that whole patch. Very intrigued. Wait. There we go. Alright, let's look here. Okay, let's look. Can I find... There we go. Oh, that's a feed zone. Okay. Those guys hadn't even gone drinking yet. Guess we don't have a drink zone here, but a feed zone. But either way, they're going to be drinking here or down here. That's kind of going to be a given for us here. Now, I kind of hope that at this lake that there's not going to be zone with all twos. That would not be very good. That would not be very nice. Because I kind of want to keep this lake as one of my main rotation lakes. I kind of want to get rid of this lake just because it's very hard to maneuver around it if you have multiple zones. So I'd honestly not complain if there's a zone in there that has multiple low level 3s or low 2s. But I hope this lake is going to be a promising, or at least more promising than it looks right now. Because we had that one solo we shot up here somewhere who would have drank at this lake. I kind of want to hope that there's a lot of solos here so that they just rotate around that lake, because they're hopefully not going to travel too much. They obviously have the possibility of traveling down to these zone areas, but generally once you keep shooting things around here, they generally stick around this lake, or will they occasionally bounce over here? But we'll just have to kind of investigate that as we go. Oh yeah, I know, Jabiz. I know that I could just shoot it out if I wanted to, but my whole thing is I'm gonna try and keep the twos. Ultimately, my goal would be this. So if I had to like draw out what I would hope to have, is I'd have shooter zone here, shooter zones here, shooter zones here. Keep this entire coast for my twos and my large zones, and not large zones, my solo zones, with hopefully twos, ones, and low level threes. And then have all my shooters and fours around this area, around this area, around here, and then around these three lakes up there. Just because that would make tent placement incredible and very easy and extremely efficient to do. But then again, I also don't want to set this grind up to like 100% efficiency. I kind of just want to get it to a point where we can rotate around the 16 tents that we have our 10 or 15 zones, give or take, that we can follow through and just have a decent flow rate of good fours and the fives coming through as well. Just because it will, eventually it will help us potentially get a super rare. Not that that's our goal, but you know, if we can work towards getting one, I for one would not complain. I would love to get a super rare. Oh yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping to see. It is just one male, so we'll have to see what happens with... Oh, actually, there's more around the corner. Okay, this is what I meant. I was hoping that the two was not going to be in this zone. That is... Oh, that was my hope. But, you know what? Boom. Did I shoot him in the butt there? Oh, got him on the turn, I guess. That's okay. We can live with that. We'll just down him and he'll come back maybe in a solo that will shoot go like this. Oh, we'll see. We shall see here. Now, there could obviously also potentially be another zone on that flip side in this little nook back here. Hopefully there isn't. Either way, we're not going to find that out this run, because they would have already fled from that shot. I just got my 6th Fallow Great One off Te Awaroa. Had 12 final zones. Respawns worked well. That's very good. Having like that 12 zone, that is very, very, very clean. I've on my main account at this point, I've overdone my shrinkage of zones to where I only have 6 zones left, which I would not recommend. It does mean I get a 5 pretty much no matter what, I pretty much like every round, but it also means it's going to be slower because I kind of have to pick a nick from every zone and have to do a lot of main menuing. So I like way overdid it on that account, but it was very fun for a while. It just... I wanted to move on to another thing. I really love the white-tailed deer. White-tailed deer are my favorite. And mine kind of broke on my main account. So I think after fallow deer, we're going to go and do white-tailed deer or moose. Just because I really want another moose. I have a moose I want, and I really want to get to them. But I don't want to do another one on Te Awaroa, and my... I swear, I keep forgetting the name. Revontuli Coast was just perfectly set up with all the tents. I had nothing left for them to do it on there. But I think on this account we can do that once we finish fallow. But of course, we're sticking with fallow first because I want to get that kind of statistic on how long it's going to take us, how many hours it's going to take us, all that stuff. Plus, I want this account to be a fully streamed account with nothing going on behind stream unless I have to change a setting or something. But even if a beaver cuts down my tent, we're going to wait until stream to put that tent back up. Just because I want to document the entire account, just full on through. That is my ultimate goal for this. Oh, I know, Jabiz. I know it's too low. That's why I never wanted to undo it, because I'd done a little unconventionally. I'd left some of my higher threes in solo zones because I didn't want to at that time deal with them. But obviously that's not the smart thing to do, and I just didn't want to reset it, all of that. So that's another reason this account is I want to use all the knowledge I now have from grinding and how I kind of use that knowledge to bypass a lot of the like things that you should do if you want a healthy long running grind, rather than just a quick and short and snappy grind, which is generally what I was doing. And so I want to use that knowledge of how to do it properly and invest the time efficiently. Ooh, oh, that's a 4. Okay, I thought that could be something bigger. And just make sure we do everything in a nice, organized manner, and stream it all and explain why I'm doing certain things, so that if I have people in here that, for example, don't know how to grind or are very new to the game and want to understand why I do the things I do, that I explain them. So I will explain a lot of things, and I sometimes will sound like a broken record, but I am perfectly fine with that, because I'd rather explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing something, for one, so that other people can know about it as well, and two, if I get something horribly wrong, that people can correct me and tell me, nope, you should maybe not set up a tent 150 meters away, but rather 185, because that's the spooking distance or whatever, like stuff like that. Like I just want to have explain all those things, like, because I didn't know at the beginning when I started. I was like, why are people setting tents away at 200 meters or at 250 meters way back in the day? I just kind of did it because everybody else did it, and it took me a while to be like, oh, okay, I could inch that closer to around 225 because I could still have those animals rendered in. Now, obviously, with the rendering mechanics, things are a little bit differently. You can be a lot closer, but they'll obviously flee immediately and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's definitely our highest one. It's a nice one. Not a bad fallow. And can we afford the Hyperion? Yes, I think we can. I think it's 12,000. Unless they changed it. They might have changed it, honestly. But back in my time, when I was doing my last reset in 2022, I believe it was, I think it cost either 12 or 16,000 to get that scope, if I remember right. And it's a good point. We're actually going to run back up here, grab that outpost, so we can use that for this whole coast area here. Plus, I want the XP. We still also have a perk point, which... where is the zeroing on here? Okay, there. Now, we want to get this, so that we can then unlock the zeroing ability. Just because that is going to be vital once we start actually grinding, so that we can hit accurate 300 meter shots and not have to kind of just be hoping that we're in the rough range area. Now, I'm unsure. I obviously could now just say, okay, I'll save that money and get myself the free Odin, but not everybody's going to have the Odin. So I kind of want to, if I use the Odin, I will still buy the Hyperion, just to kind of have that same cash deficit that someone would have if they're new to the game and don't have the Odin scope. But I might end up using the Odin scope. Ultimately, anyways, this is preference. Like, I used to be a person who loved the most zoom scope Now I've kind of, in the last few years, gone back and just been like, no, Hyperion's a lot better. It's a lot nicer, easier to handle recoil and all that stuff. But it's all down to preference and what you like. So we'll spend the money on the scope. If I end up using it or end up using something else, we'll kind of see how things go. But I'll make that cash purchase for anybody new who's trying to follow along with the general idea, just so that I'm not having 12 grand here that would otherwise take you like another 20 minutes or so to get. I'm actually curious. Always wanted to try this. Can I interact with this prior to buying it? No, I can't. Okay. So I have to get the outpost, get that 100 XP. Or do I get more XP for this now? No, you still only get 100. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. And then let's go in here. Please tell me I could buy these. Not there. Hyperion, okay, yes, it's 12 grand. There we go. Now let's get rid of this. Put that on. And now the hunting can start. Now I almost feel like we're on our main account, except for the zeroing. Okay, we're actually gonna go to this lake. I want to see what we have roaming around down here. See if we have anything good. Which I think we should. There should be something here. This is usually quite a packed lake. Alright, let's see here. Got that oh yeah, we got that quick. Look, we've been playing this save for about an hour and 30 minutes. And we've already unlocked the scope. Any good piggies in there? No. Okay. But yeah, that went very, very quickly. Very, very, very quickly. Spider! Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Chip, Caitlin, how are we doing? Oh, Nate rated me. Thank you, Nate. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome in, Nate. I gotta say, I actually gotta quickly do two things. Oh, I hope I don't run all the way over. Nope, 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 nope. Ah, yeah. And there we go. Think that should be, oh boy. Dre Talk, Moose, welcome in, welcome in. How is everybody doing? Miles, Factor, Schnabiting, how are we doing? Oh, okay. You guys came at the perfect time. Actually, if you wanted to see me struggle, you came a little bit late, but I just unlocked the Hyperion scope on this account. So I can zoom in. Oh, wait, are these already twos? Is this about to make my life a gazillion times easier? That's a 3. That's a 2. Okay, perfect. So we shot that 1 2 earlier. Maybe, you know, if we shoot this 3, his buddy will, you know, come visit the other 2, and then they can have a little, the level 2 clan. But how are you guys doing? Nate, how did your stream go? How were the white-tailed deer going? Find anything cool that we can know about? Okay. Nice. This lake is already turning out like... what's the right word for it? Ah, never mind. We have a 3 in there. That's not horrible, though. Not horrible. I really should not be complaining. What else do we have in the back there? That looks like a big 4. Yeah, that's just a big 4. Okay. I was going to say, if we have our first 5, should have zapped him while I could. Well, tough. Went well. Whitetail were misbehaving. Got a diamond or 2 and a piebald. Nice. Very nice. So let me skip the song. That is very good news. Now, why is... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, why do I have that weird overlap now? But got it fixed. Okay, not the smartest move to come here, quite honestly, but I wanted to see what we have back here. Am I setting up for fallow? Yes, we are setting up for fallow. So this account is completely new. Draytalk, thank you for subscribing. I don't know why the sound alarm isn't working, or at least I'm not hearing it. Moose, thank you as well. I think I maybe missed one or two there because I wasn't looking at the side, but we are a completely new account and we are strictly looking at how long things take. I am fully streaming this account. We're doing everything on camera, so there's not going to be anything where I'm going to like set up tents or find new zones off stream. We are doing everything strictly on stream on this account. Just because I kind of want to, for multiple reasons. One, I want to do, I lost myself. For one, I want to do it because I myself want to reset up my grinds without having to do my other ones, and I have no problem restarting an account. I've done it a couple of times in the past, and I want to use my previous knowledge to do it on here. Plus, I want to kind of show the entire process from like a level 0 going to a Great One setup, or at least how I would set it up. Maybe not setting up the perfectly ideal setup to where it's going to be like chunking out diamonds left, right, and center, but at least to a point where like anybody somewhat new to the game can somewhat understand why I'm doing it and explain everything behind it. And I definitely missed that level 3. Oh well. And just do that whole process right there. It's working the sound. Okay, perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. 0 to hero? Exactly, Caitlin. That is exactly what we're doing. That is essentially what we're doing. But we're going to do it one step at a time. We're not going to go from like setting up every grind all at once. No, because all the grinds just to set up are going to cost me about 512 grand. And to get somewhere where I'm going to get like efficient with it, I probably am going to have to spend around about 6 to 650 grand per setup, just based off of ammunition costs and all that stuff, because ammo is expensive in this game. Like 850 for 10 for the M1. Whew. That's an expensive cost. Like, if you're running on a budget of 5 grand, like, that's expensive very quickly. So, you know, by the time we get things set up, we'll have spent quite a bit of money. And we're going to have to make quite a bit of money, which is why I wanted to start with fallow deer. Fallow deer are easy enough to take down with the M1, where I don't need to be getting like the 300 or the 338. Or something like that, which somebody who's brand new and has no weapon packs couldn't eventually do straight away. Plus, they pay relatively well, and they give a good amount of weapon score, or 50, which is relatively average, considering that you could get a little bit higher if you did like bears or lions or something like that. But I just thought that was an albino. That looked whiter than anything. And it's one that's like relatively easy to understand. It's a very tight-knit area of where you're going to find the deer. So if you haven't done a grind before, this one is a lot easier to get into because you don't have as much of an area to unlock. Like, look, it took me an hour 45 to unlock pretty much all the outposts that I was going to need and get already some of the tents set up for where I was going to need them, which, you know, ultimately that's really what you want. For like your first grind where you're trying things out, you don't want to be running around too much, have too much of an error or anything. So fallow deer is just really a great one to start. Blue Star, welcome in. Make ammo cheaper, definitely should be next update. I don't think it necessarily should, and I'll explain why. As a very early game player, yes, it is very annoying not to be able to buy as much ammo. But I also think it teaches you some things on how you have to like it kind of, how do I say this in a better way? It kind of forces you to play with a little bit of a slower pace and learn really the game and understand what the skills and the perks do for you and what you want to use, rather than just being able to spend a bunch of money on ammo and just dumping it all everywhere, which is what you kind of do as a late level. Like, I don't really care too much about ammo price. But if it was too cheap, it would become too pointless too early, and you'd get too much cash way too quickly at the beginning. Like, obviously, once you're into that like late stage of the game, like, yeah, you're not really going to care about ammo prices. Once you have $1 million in this game, who cares? Who really cares? But it does get annoying as an early player. I'll say that 100%. Oh, 100%, yeah. The 243, as nice as it is that ammunition is for free, it's not the polymer tip bullet. It's the soft point bullet head. What's the name of it? I'm gonna be. It's, yeah, soft point bullet is what you get, and that thing does not let you you know, take anything down very quickly unless you're shooting like a rabbit or like a fox. But even then, they're still gonna run unless they're a fox. Whereas like the polymer tip bullet, it's kind of good. It's not crazy good, but it's definitely a lot better than the soft tip one. Oh yeah, I know. It does get a little crazy, but it's not horrible. Like, I know some games where, like, if you're a beginner, like, you have to really, like, strategize what you're gonna buy. I forget what it is. There's a fishing game. I forget what it's called, but, like, you get, like, I think, like, 10 or 20 credits a fish, and the lures cost, like, 1,000 each, and these are, like, the beginner lures. So, like, you really have to, like, be very aware of what you're gonna use and what you're gonna get, to where it doesn't make fun. This, at least, okay, I have to shoot 2 or 3 deer, and then I make my money back. Crow, welcome in. Johnny, welcome in as well. How are you guys doing? Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I just want to say, yesterday, Among Us, that was so much fun. That was so much freaking fun. I really hope we can do that again sometime. That was absolutely fantastic. And we leveled up. What do we get? We get a skill point. Sweet. What does this give us now? Approximate health of the animal. Perfect. Okay, so now we can see if we got a good shot in or not. Now, remember we had a nice 4 up here somewhere. I think it was around the corner though, wasn't he? Yes, okay, he's right there. Gonna take him down next. Cheaper ammo would not mostly cause that is true. And I think, like, rifles, I feel like rifles should be priced. Like, kind of like the 300 costs 60k to get. Like, there's an incentive to buy it. It's very good. But there's also a cost to it. So you have to kind of invest in it, and it will do something out of that. The M1 is in a weapon pack, right? 303 is good. Te Awaroa. That is very true. The 303 comes with the map, and it's kind of like the M1. It's just a little bit of a slower firing rate. But I believe it has a little bit more of a, like, throughput power. So it's going to do a little bit better on those, like, 7 and 8 animals. Whereas the M1, while it's not bad, it's not going to be quite as quite as strong as a punch. But what really excels is you can get a lot of shots off very quickly with the M1, which is why I personally prefer using it here. Classic pricing there, Law. Yeah, well, that's classic pricing is tough. Like, but then again, it makes sense. It's a free game. They obviously want you to spend a little bit on microtransactions. And if you spend like $20, which at that time was kind of an average price for a game, you would get a very good setup to start off with, and from what you can build onwards from there then. Ooh, 2 of them little. Let's see if we can't get both of those. We obviously don't have recoil control yet, so this is going to be interesting, but Not quite sure what we hit on that first one, but they're both going to go down eventually. Not to mention DLC weapons are free in game and have both ammo types unlocked right away. And now we have the scope pack. That is very true. That's one of the things I was saying just before Nate raided in here. That I'm kind of debating if I want to use the other scope. I did eventually now. I just bought the Hyperion. I was going to say, even if I don't use it, I was still going to spend the 12,000 so that anybody that's fresh and was going to look back at this doesn't just have to spend the 12,000 if they don't have the pack. Whereas I would have that 12,000, which could really help me out because that's another tent or tripod stand almost. So, which would be, you know, a little bit overpowered because at the beginning getting cash is a little bit slow. If we were like later into the game, I'd be like, okay, it doesn't really matter that much because getting 12k or 20k would only take a couple of minutes. But at the beginning, it literally can take you like 30, 40 minutes to get that money together, especially if you're not quite knowledgeable about the game and where animals are. Ruth, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. The 303 jams on me sometimes, M1 would never. That's true as well. I mean, the 303 has its downsides, and I think that's why it's not quite as big as of a like community standard or favorite, whatever you want to call it. But it's still a very good gun, especially if this is just the map that you're getting. It's a very good weapon that comes along with it, and you can get that cool variant for as well if you do the missions at some point. I don't know when you get it, but you get something along the way. Oh, that's true as well, Johnny. The 470 is just that's a whole different class right there. That is just a class of its own by far. Nate, what do you do now? I can't see the video messages. I can't click them fast enough. Okay. $20 get you everything you need due to the White Whale missions. At that point, just grind them and use the cash to get other stuff for other missions. That's true as well. The missions can be very OP for getting you early cash, like 100%. But again, Classic is also a lot slower of a game. You can't quite compare it to this just because it is so much slower and so much more. You really want to focus on a couple of deer rather than the more arcadey gameplay type. I feel like that Called Wild has, if you want to call it arcadey. I use the 303 on fallow and use the M1 on a few fallow grinds too. I mean, yeah, it is very fun. I will give you that. It's a very fun and it's a very good gun as well, especially for somebody that likes to also do, what's it called? Iron sights. It has a very unique iron sight. Obviously, I don't have it on me right now, but you know, the M1 is what an M1 looks like, but the 303, at least at the time, had something that not a lot of the guns kind of had then, which is one of the reasons that made it fun as well for challenges. Okay. We've got guys coming back here, which is good. Oh, I should probably scope them first, just to make sure. Okay, nothing there. Got a couple of things there. Okay, guess we'll try and get 2 of them from here. See what we can get. Oh, okay. Oh boy, he's... Oh no, please don't go back in the water. Oh, did I not hit him well? There we go. That should fix that issue. Let's see. Let's see. You had to. I figured you did, Nate. I figured this was going to happen, and I'm honestly surprised it took that long to happen. But I'm at least relieved that you did eventually do something like that. I knew it was going to happen. Yep, that was Nate, Ruth. That was Nate. This is a new account. This is a brand spanking new account. Yeah, there we go. See, 22 harvests into the grind. And what level are we? You're level 6. We are a tiny level 6 player right now. We're the noob running around, trying to level up, get to the big boy league of level 60. Ooh. Ooh. No, okay, that's just the light brown. I thought I saw pink in there. I thought I saw pink in there. The only time I... Oh, okay, girl, I think I should explain what the whole purpose of this account is. That's a measly little 3. So the whole point of this account is it's going to be fully streamed, and I'm going to do one grind at the beginning and only that grind. Every second of this account, I want to stream or record in one way or another. Just because I really want to have the more accurate statistics. So I'm not going to shoot anything except if I see like a melanistic red deer or whitetail, or a albino a red deer, or like a level 5 of or diamond of something else where I'm like sure it's going to be a diamond, but then I'll write that down somewhere so I can subtract it off the codex at the end. But this whole thing I want to do is just, we are going to focus in on fallow deer and see how long that takes, set up the whole thing, explain kind of why I do everything that I do, and then once we get a great one, fallow deer, I'll kind of see where I want to move on with this. But I kind of want this to be a log for if somebody wants to look at something on how I set something up and they wanted to spend the time, they could go back and watch it. Ultimately, I do want to label them below, being like, hey, in this stream we did this, and this, so that you can just kind of go in and find what you wanted. But I just wanted to stream everything and have everything on so that I can kind of also go back and see like, why did I do that? How did I do that? Or this is how I would do something like that, and can kind of reference back to that. Oh, that is true as well. I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot that updates sometimes ruin codexes. I do remember that. I remember when my my harvest count got put to 0, but my great one, diamond, gold, and all of them still stayed somewhat accurate. But no, that's another thing. I forgot that was an occasional scenario that you would come across. There's no whitetail on Te, but soon Tar will be. Oh yeah, coming on Tuesday. Tar coming to Te Awaroa on Tuesday. I'm very curious to see where they're going to be. I have a feeling they're going to be in this, like this general area around here. But I know that they're going to share some territories with the Shammies. I've got a feeling about that. They just had to. The good old golds count as diamonds bug from ages ago. I remember that. I do remember that. Luckily, that was on my old account. I didn't have that on my most recent account because I created that one, I think, in 2021. So that was, you know, now ages ago. But that was post that issue happening. Second New Zealand. Oh, that would be sick. But I want Africa 2.0 to come before then. That would be my ultimate dream map. Would be get the Africa 2.0 with one of the big 5. I think that would just be absolutely stunning and incredible. Like, I would love to get that. Codex says I have 34 great ones, so 5 off. Not horrible, but also obviously not great. Definitely not the best. I kind of wish at some point they added so that you could see like what animal you harvested it in what numbers. I think that would be such a cool statistic to see. just being like, hey, you've harvested, I don't know, 1,500 red deer or 2,000 whitetail deer, or whatever the number would be. I just think that would be incredibly interesting to see how that varies. Like, I don't even care if you do like any other statistics, just having those two I think would be such a cool game changer and just be such an interesting statistic that I would like really look at as well. Okay, it's kind of pointless that I click on them because I know that it's going to be fallow deer fleeing, and I don't quite have the unlock yet where I can that was a horrible shot to where I can like see if it's a male or female, which is the only other reason why I would look at that, is to see if there's any other males around. Well, tar are mountain creatures, so I'm thinking high in the mountains above chamois. That could be as well. You know, again, my hope would be that they're here, but I assume they're going to be here and right there. High up there. Tar, Dever. Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. That's all I want in Africa map. Nothing but leopard. Oh no, I want to have like rhinos or not lions or elephants. I think that would be sick. I would be so stoked for that. Just absolutely stoked to be able to hunt those with like a 470. Oof. Or the rhino. Go rhino hunting with the rhino. 457. I would love to do that. Like on Angler, you could see how many species per map. Yeah, that would be cool as well. That would be very cool. Like it wouldn't even have to be per map. Like I just wish I could like go in my codex, go in, oh, no. Go in here, not even here, go in a hunting log. And instead of having like history and latest harvest, like I feel like it'd be easy enough to just do like a command being like filter all, even though this is technically wrong as well, but you could do filter all and then number count of all fallow deer. Like you wouldn't even have to like separate it into males and females. Like obviously you could for most animals just have it score equals 0 equals female, score equals a number equals male, doing something like that. But again, I also don't know enough about coding or how this game is made to be able to say that that's an easy task to do or not an easy task to do. I see. Johnny just wants to shoot leopards. That's all he wants to see. We'll just count an elephant. I'm okay with that. I'll throw my knowledge of biology out the window and just classify them as a cat. That's perfectly fine by me. If that bets them on an Africa map, I'll gladly sign off on that. Oh, I should have claimed that. I should have claimed that zone. I didn't. And yeah, I'm miles away from being able to claim it now. It happens. It happens. Kind of hope we have a zone right here again, because there's a sneaky little tent spot there where you can put a tripod on an angle and you have like the perfect view of the entire side. Oh. Okay. No active burrow, I see. Next, that number of 2 by over 100 species. That's over 200 encounters. Actually probably are close to 200. It would be a long list, yes, I agree with that. But at the same time, I feel like it would be very, very worth it. Like, just so worth it. All right, Caitlin. Thank you. I will definitely have a lot of fun unlocking this map and getting this thing started, but it is also getting late here, so I don't think we're going to do too much after this. I think we're just going to try and finish this run up, but you have a good rest of your night. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for saying hi, and I'll talk to you soon. On time for sheep on an African map. Okay. You know, another species I want to see on any map, I don't care what map they're on, is the ibex from Classic. I'm currently blanking on the name. Longhorn ibex, something like that, where like their horns just go all the way to the back of them. I want to see those in Call of the Wild. If we get those, I will be grinding for super rare for them, because I love how they look in Classic, and I want to have one of those, a super rare standing in the front of my lodge. That would be like my main piece. Like, I'd even move the Kinsko rack Great One White-tailed Deer out of the way just to have that there. Alpine Ibex, that's the name. Thank you, Blue. If we get Alpine Ibex, that thing is replacing the Kinsko Great One. That's... I'm saying that right now because I love Alpine Ibex. I think they look absolutely stunning and gorgeous. I mean, that's true, Johnny, but at the same time, you are already technically listing them in your thing. Like, technically this is supposed to be full of the species, so technically you're already counting them. It's just now you're gonna have to like separate it out. Like, I don't even really want the history. I don't think it really tells you that much because it's just sorted by highest number. So whatever species has already generally the highest number, it doesn't really matter. Even if I want to look for my biggest diamond rabbit, for example, it's going to be at the very bottom of the list because they're only at like scores of like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whereas like an elk, even a silver is like above 200. We need another Europe map. I would not complain about that. I would not complain about that. Europe map, roe deer Great One. Sign me up for that. I will not say no to that. But no matter what, I want Alpine Ibex on there. I really, really, really want Alpine Ibex. Okay, I should be able to see them if they're there, but I also honestly might have scared them away running on the other side. But this is also going to be one of the slowest parts to go to, is checking these outer banks. Just because they can be so dry. There can be nothing here at all because all those solos are aggregating somewhere else. So if you don't have any major zones here, you can be wasting so much time walking along here, but you still have to do it. There could be that zone here that's just gonna be golden. And Firefox and follow to Quattro, and it would be amazing. Are there fallow deers in Spain though? Like, I just don't think that they're there. And I feel like Quattro is already very busy with those 4 ibexes. You have the wolves, you have the red deer, you have roe deer, you have the pigs. I don't know how well it would be, but again, I think that's also personal preference. Ooh, Blue, you are speaking my language right there. Speaking my language. Europe map with a Great One Alpine Ibex. Yes, please. Or a Great One roe deer. I feel like a Great One roe deer would be pretty fire as well. I cannot lie. I think that would be absolutely stunning. Chamois on Quattro. Ooh, that could be cool. Chamois on Quattro could be cool because there is actually quite a lot of mountains. I'm pretty sure they got fallow. I know some parts of Africa do. Yeah, I don't know if they do. I know Spain is popular for the red deer and obviously roe deer. You know, I'm gonna Google it. We're running into a little dry spot here anyways. Let's look. Are there fallow deer in Spain? Oh, there is. Pretty big, actually. The European feast found in Spain. Hunting them is a popular activity, particularly in regions like Andalusia, Castilla y León, and Extremadura. So yeah, they're around. They are quite around in Spain. Did not know that. You learn something new every day. They got fallow. You know what? I'm curious about the Africa part now. Let's look. You guys can yell at me if I miss a fallow deer, because I'm going to be looking at my phone for a second. In Africa. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but yes, so fallow deer there. So they have their own species called the Dama Dama. Though not native to Africa, they're found in South Africa as they were introduced there for hunting and are now abundant. So they are considered a pest in certain areas due to their agricultural, due to their tendencies to live around agricultural lands and feeding on the farmland there. Yeah, but that's all they say there on a quick search. But damn, why are there no fallow deer on this coast? That's slightly worrying. Okay, we've got one track. I don't know if it's just because we're loading the area for the first time or something else. All right. Okay, somebody else is also confirming that they're there. Thank you, Schnabelding. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. If not, please do tell me how I should pronounce it. I looked it up right before you did, and it automatically took me to hunting site for them. Nice. Very nice. They have red deer in Africa. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. Rahunga is based in South Africa, so Rahunga could get fallow deer. Would have been... That is true. I'm not a very big waterfowl hunter, and I don't think I ever quite will be. I like shooting the deer. That's my kind of vibe right there. That's what I enjoy doing. I used to like doing the geese hunting before the update on Hirschfelden, but they've changed it quite a bit now, and I'm just not quite as skilled at doing it. So that's probably the reason why I don't like it as much. Plus, I haven't done it. Ooh. Oh, yes, we already have a 2 out here. Okay, but 2 3s. That's not great. Got a solo back there. Okay, so we're getting 2 zones now. That's what I like. Oh, it needs a 4. Damn. Okay, we are going to pick his track up. And, oh my, did I bring a tent with me? I did, okay. I was gonna say, if I didn't have a tent here. Whew, that would have been bad. That would have been bad. Okay, we're gonna want to shoot you. And, well, I still don't have the kick. Why, welcome in. How many diamonds do you have? I honestly couldn't look up the exact number for you right now, just because we're on a brand spanking new account. So, my best guess is somewhere in the 600-700s, if not more. I'd probably even say more at this point. But I couldn't give you an accurate answer, also just because I've played on many accounts. This is, I think, my 6th or 7th new start. I occasionally like just restarting the game, but this time I have an actual reason why I want to restart. And I don't know. I have fun doing this from time to time. I enjoy starting new, and I don't necessarily have to throw away my lodge. So I at least get to keep my cool trophies from before. But this gives it a nice new spice up. That's true as well, John. Yeah, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Yes, that sounded about right. And if I'm flexible with my name, if you don't botch it completely, I'm fine with it. Okay, perfect. I'm always gonna be like re-looking at it because it sounds like something in German, but for some reason in my head I feel like it's spelled differently. But I the more I'm looking at it now, the less I think that it's not supposed. I think this is supposed to be a German name. I think this is supposed to mean like Beak's thing in German, but I'm not 100% sure, and this is currently boggling my mind a little bit. And I think that's why I'm so hesitant to if I said it right or not. Because it'd be bad if a German butchers German. That'd be not my proudest moment, to say the least. Starting new is fun because fresh maps. It's not about the fresh maps. I mean, if I really wanted to do it, I could do the, the thing you could do about resetting maps. Not very cool. Used to be okay. Now it's kind of gone away. But it's not really about new maps. I don't necessarily care too much about that. I kind of am just thrilled about the idea of kind of using my my old game knowledge. I've played on that old account now for a little over 3 years now. And I've done some mistakes along the past because I tried to rush things. I tried to do things too quickly, and just resetting everything up would take too long, and I don't want to pop reset. And at the same time, I kind of wanted to always do a series where I completely restart, which is what the whole purpose of this this series is of live streaming, and this whole account is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a purely all live streamed account. If that will always stay like that, I don't think so, because I think I am going to do offline events with other people, and so recording things won't quite be streamed. But at least I'll try to keep updated with what was done and not do anything major with grinds or with unlocking or setting up different maps, if that makes sense. Or if I just do those challenges and they don't really or for anything too crazy, I might just go back on the old account, especially when it's on maps that I haven't unlocked yet. Yes, it is German. Okay, I kind of figured as much. The more I looked at it, the more I thought it meant what I thought it meant in German. All right, let's go pick this guy up. And we're getting up our cash. Very nice. But the one thing we are not getting right now is we're not getting enough XP. Where do I need to be the next level? Okay, we literally need 40 more credits. That's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. But I kind of want to know, what do you guys think about this idea of streaming this? Do you think it's a idea that you would like to watch? Or is this more something where like, well, I don't really care. I couldn't be bothered one way or another. I'd be curious to hear what you guys are thinking, because I've been thinking about this idea for a while. I just never did the initiative to start. And today I was sitting here and I was like, you know what? I want to start this. Let's do it. Slap together a thumbnail and did a little bit of thinking of how I was going to set this up in more detail, and then was like, okay, boom, let's just start it. Sometimes that's just what you got to do. You got to stop thinking about it and just start doing it. Also, it's almost fishing season here. We're about a little over 2 weeks away until most seasons open up here. So I will be posting more fishing content, IRL fishing content, hopefully this year, as I now got a little bit of a... I used the last season kind of to understand how to use the GoPro, what angles work, what angles don't work, how I should record things, how I make sure the camera doesn't die on me, and that kind of a thing. But this year I want to try and at least get 1 or 2 like full blown like fishing videos out over the summer of me going out on the ocean with a kayak and filming maybe even my progress in one of the cups that I signed up for over the summer. See how that whole thing goes. Alright, let's see. Where did this guy run off to? I swear, if he's in the water, I'm not picking him. Actually, I will, but I'll pick him up later. But no, he ran up here. Okay. Alright. I can deal with that. I can deal with him running away up here. That is no problem. Let's see. Wait, he's running in zigzags over here. I think maybe he had a couple of beers before he got shot here. He was... They must have spiked the water or something. He's all over the place. He's running in zigzags, U-turns. He's doing the whole... everything. I don't even have another track for him. Where did this guy go? Where did he go? Where's your little boozy fallow running to? Where you at, brother? Where'd you go? Kind of wish I had his... I wish I had the ability to see how low his health was so I could maybe see potentially where he is. Now I'm gonna assume he ran somewhere back here. Just because I don't see any tracks over there. But that might not be 100% right. Oh, there's a track. There we go. I knew he was gonna run. Wait. Okay. These are his coming in tracks. So this is not where he is. Alright, where was his blood track? Oh wait. Where'd he go? Okay, he ran up this way. Let's check all the way. Okay, here he is. We found him. We found the little guy. Alright, this should be easy. Now he's gonna run in a straight line. So, should be easy to find. Where are you fishing? I just complained. Ooh, a little low on him. But we leveled up. That's important. Alright, let's go check out this little bay right here. Where are you fishing? I just complained to bring that the Dutch season are about to close, at least for predators. Oh, see, I fish in the US. So I go saltwater fishing. And I'm on the East Coast, so I'm mainly going for like tog, striped bass, sea bass, porgies, bluefish. I want to try going shark fishing this summer as well. I caught some last year, but they were shorter. They were only about maybe like 1 to 2 feet in length at max. So they weren't very big. They were very, very short. And they're kind of known as just like spiny dogfish around here, rather than like full-on sharks, but they do belong to the animal class of sharks. And they have very sharp teeth. You definitely do not want to piss one of them off in the wrong way, because one of the guys we went out with, he he got a little bit, and it didn't end. Whoa, the recoil. Good control of this. Okay. It was definitely very painful for him, especially because they have something in their saliva which essentially blocks your blood from clotting, which means that you just kind of bleed and bleed and bleed until you put pressure and allow even the anti-clogging factor to clotting factor to not be as effective anymore. But definitely not a great experience. Okay, no worries. I assume you figured I was in Germany, but I'm in the US, but I am originally German. I'm just here for college at the moment and studying and all that and good stuff right there. But I don't think I could even fish in Germany because I don't have a German fishing license, and I highly doubt that they would accept my American one, because I could just buy it in a store here. Whereas in Germany, you have to take classes, pass tests, and get like a whole official document from like the DMV equivalent. There, it's just, it's a crazy experience. trying to get all that stuff done back home. Like, it's wild. Absolutely wild. All right, let's see. How is this like doing for us? Okay, so we have a close zone over here with a 4 in it. Can't lie, not 100% thrilled on that. But, oh wait, let's buy ammo first. Let's buy ammo first. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we're not going to spend too much right now. Oh, I also have a perk point. I'm definitely going to use that. All right, let's get our first zeroing distance. And then which one's the one? I think it's here, right? Recoil management. Okay, that's what we're going to go for next. Oh, I also have to, I guess, I forget. Activate that. Perfect. Cool. Sweet. Ooh, looks like a very nice one. No, let's shoot the 4. Oh, we missed him. Okay. Let's look. How well did we hit this guy? Okay. We're gonna have to track in a second. That's okay. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. Yeah, that's why I'm mostly fishing in the Levellands, but I have a German fishing license, and yeah, it was about 350 euros or so. And another 50 for 5 years. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And like the area where I lived in Germany, there was only like such a limited amount of like slots available to even take the classes, and like pretty much none of the places were taking people in. And so for me, obviously, especially now in the US, it doesn't really make sense for me to get it back home, at least not at this time. But I do eventually want to get it, because I do want to go like fish for like some of like the species that are like very famous / elusive in my area. Like I want to go for like sanders and like pike and stuff like that back home, just because they are obviously supposed to be a very different, also just like fighting fish, and like easier to get there than they are to find around here, at least at the sizes that you can find back home. At least from the people that I've talked to about it. Oh, you can? There's a multiple YouTubers that initiated online fishing. Interesting. Okay, so when I was looking at this was in like 2022 and in 2020. So in 2020, I understood why I couldn't find any, because obviously COVID and everything was going on, and they obviously didn't want to take people in. But I've got to look into that. If I can do it online, I'll do that, because I'm going home this summer, and I'd love to go fishing if I can. So I'll definitely look at that. Like, that's a very good thing that we're saying. Fish and Sander in the weekend before they close for 2 months. Nice. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. I hope you catch some nice monsters. Now, I'm curious. Do you catch and release, or do you catch and keep and then eat? I'll have to look if they have that in my state. 100%. I'm actually gonna do that after the stream for sure. Do you have? I have a German passport. I have a German one. I have like Personalausweis, Führerschein, all from Germany, not from the US. Just because I am here on a visa, like a student visa. All right. Now let's find this track of this other guy. Okay, I don't want to walk all the way back there, so let's... He should be up here somewhere. And then we'll find the other guy, who shouldn't be too far. I think I got a much better shot of him. Honestly, that might... Yeah, look, they're both running into roughly similar territories. I think no, never mind. Thought I saw something over here, but no, it's just a tree stump. Okay, he, I think, might actually run for a while. Ooh, he's gonna run a while. Oops. Catch and release, at least in the Netherlands. In Germany, we are still not allowed, but still do it. Oh, really? You're not allowed to keep the fish in Germany? Like, even if you go for, like, Zander... Zander in German. I thought you were allowed to keep a certain, like, size of them if you catch them in salt water. I thought that was permissible / allowed. I didn't think that was illegal, but then again, I also didn't take the classes yet. I asked because for people that don't have German passport, it can be easier to get a license. Also, it's simple. Just ask the area where you are visiting if they have free spots. Okay. I'll have to look at that because, like, I really want to go fishing when I go home as well. Because finding a rod should be relatively cheap, and I'll just bring one of my trusty reels down because it really doesn't take a lot of space up in my suitcase. And if I just get a spinning reel, that's very versatile. So that should not be an issue. Oh wait, you have to kill every fish in Germany that had reached a minimum size? Interesting. That's such a odd law, but for Germany, I don't know why it makes sense. I don't get it, but that's okay. Like, I get why they do it. Like, they don't just want the dead fish to hang around. They want you to obviously take it and eat it, but like sometimes I just want to go out and fish and to just catch and release. Like, especially like in my area, we have like a fish called porgy. They're like somewhat small. They go anywhere from like being 5 inches to being up to like 22 inches long, somewhere like that. And like, they're very bony fish, so obviously I don't really want to eat them, but they're fun to catch occasionally because they fight very fun on light tackle. But I don't want to keep them if they're above the 9.5 inches because most of the ones I catch are like 15, 16, 17 inches in length. Like the Siki office or the area office, Kreisbüro, wherever you are heading. Okay. And then what do they have to ask them? Just if they have available licenses? Is that it? Because the way I understood it is I always have to show them that I passed the courses, or do I just do the online courses and then be like, hey, do you have any spots? Could I get a license? Is that what you're trying to say? For German law, fishing is like hunting. It's a source to get food, not a sport. I see. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of what I figured, but I don't know. I feel like it should be optional. I feel like if you see that the fish is like healthy when you like put it in the water, like you could hold it at the tail and see if it's not doing anything. Like most of the fish that aren't going to survive are going to flop on their belly or just not go anywhere. And at that point, like, yeah, you keep it and either find somebody that wants the fish. Most people at like here, if you're going to a pier, for example, most people will be like very happy to take your fish. Or like you'll just make something out of it, make like fish tacos or whatever. Because you don't want to fillet every fish, you know. Like, not every fish is meant for that. But yeah, I think today we made great progress. We might even make it to level 8 in a second. Oh, I see the deer over there. Okay. Let's see, how much do we need? Okay, we're not going to make it. We need about another 3 or 4 deer before we can get up there. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream here. just missed. Okay, only got 153 XP for that. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys really did enjoy this. We are going to be doing this again very, 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 very soon. Like I said, if you guys have any recommendations, put them down below as well, either now in chat or if you're watching this after the fact, down in the comment section. I'm going to try and put a comment in there to kind of talk about what we did in the stream, just for anybody that's going to come back and watch this. But other than that, thank you guys all for being here. And Schnabelding, thank you for all that information about the German fishing. I am definitely going to take a look at this actually right after this live stream, just so I can look at it and see kind of what I could do. And yeah, if you enjoyed, please do leave a like. It does help out a lot. I'm going to be trying to do this as soon as I can again. Once the stream ends, I'm just going to close this off. And we'll get right back into it. Thank you everybody for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. Bye-bye and peace.